Good evening, everyone. We are going to start in 5 minutes. Let others also join. Okay.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Shal. Yes, Manali, you can present your project. And what is your doubt, Ashwini? It is mandatory six project make in 6 weeks. Like, see, uh, Ashwani, till fifth week, that after the completion of fifth week, you will be assigned the major project, which is your sixth week project, and it will be and we will give you time to complete it for approx 8 to 10 days. Okay, as it is a group project, so it will be easy for you also to complete that before the deadline. So don't worry about that. I will let you know about that when we move to our fourth or fifth week. Okay. uh Manali, after 2 minutes you can present. Okay. Till then, I guess two or three people also will join, so after then you will start. Okay. Manali, don't you have the permission to actually unmute your mic? I guess that you are not able to do that. Uh, you can do one thing, that you can install the team app over there and log in through that. Okay. Because every others has access to the mic and camera, but I can see that you are not getting it. So please check it. Okay. What about others who wants to present the project today? As Manali is going to present first. After that, who wants to present? Okay, Vivek, great. What about other students? Manali and Vivek are going to present it. After that, Shraddha, have you completed yours? I guess you have shown it. What about you, Harsh? Okay, so you are also going to present, Sushmita? Okay, that's good. Okay, so let's start with you, Vivek. I guess Manali is facing some issue. So let's start with you, then wrap up the presentation in few minutes, and then we are going to continue with Node.js. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Vivek, just share your screen also.
Yes, sir. Just give me a minute.
Okay, okay.
Is my screen visible, sir?
Yes, Vivek, it's visible. Actually, your voice is coming a bit low, so
Okay. Wait a
you
minute.
can. Yes, now it is good.
Okay. Now perfect, sir.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So yes, sir. Yes. So I have made the video conference app, sir, via WebRTC and Socket IO. So this is just a basic project that will connect two peoples. Because after two peoples, it is showing some error of the WebRTC. So I
Okay,
don't know the complete WebRTC flow, therefore I am unable to resolve that issue. So for now, it is handling two people, and if other can join, he can join like smoothly. But the problem is that he cannot see the other peers. So I
okay,
will show you the code. Let me run the code. I am in the front end and back end. I have used the different folders, one for backend and one for front end. In the
okay,
backend folder, I only have used that socket IO, and in the front end, I have used the BAV for the connection. So this is the basic socket configuration to allow the course and made the HTTP server because this is required in case of socket.
okay,
Cause in the local server it won't be running. And then I have used two map, one for the email to socket map and another for socket ID to email map. This what will this map will do? This will like if anybody has joined via email, so the socket I will provide automatically an ID to him. So it will map the email to socket so that we can know that which ID and from which mail the person has joined, and vice versa is the below map socket to email map. And this code will run when the connection is on, that IO dot connection one. So there will be an after, like just the socket when it is complete and on. So room colon join, there will be this, you can say ID from the front end coming. That ID will give him the data, and in that data we will have the email and room. Only this properties we need. And after entering the email and the room ID, the person can join. So let me show you the website.
okay. Good.
Visible na sir?
Yes, now it is visible.
Okay. So let me enter my email, like any email I can enter, because like validation are not done from the backend, but email validation are only done that you have to enter a specific valid email. So here I can give any room ID from my side also, or I can click this random room button to generate a random room ID. So I will copy this ID because I will be needing further. I will click on the join button, and here are the local and the remote one. So let me open another profile, and here I will enter another email, and the ID that I have been copied, I will paste here and join the room. Now anyone can get at media and call. So I will click here and get media and call. So my camera will be open. And yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Okay. And on the others, uh, let me mute the microphone and sound. Okay, so I will get both of the sides, but like the PC is, wait, is my voice is coming?
Yes, yes, your voice is coming.
Okay,
You are going good. Great.
okay. Like my Bluetooth has been off, therefore I was asking.
Okay, okay, no problem.
Okay, so this is a like a big problem because of my PC is also slow for here. So if I toggle any of this, so like in one screen it is blocked and other screen, like you can see this is an ice candidate. So if any of the activity done by the user of sound and the microphone, so this will ice the candidate, though I am unable to configure the complete flow that why it is being done. So for now, if I will on the microphone and sound, you can see that both are working before fine. So I am not
Yes.
accessing the microphone because it will create a hazel sound therefore.
Yes, yes. Okay, great work.
Okay. So this is all done, sir.
Okay,
And if
good.
like I will, let's see, like if I enter any other email and join with that room ID. So get media and call. Okay. So like the problem here is that if I join with another person, so that the remote person won't be shown here. This is the only problem I am facing.
Okay.
It can take max up to the two candidates, and after two candidates, it is making some problem. So I was thinking to switch to MediaSoup, but I am completely out of knowledge with MediaSoup, therefore I haven't done it.
Okay, okay. Still
Okay.
good project. Okay,
Yes.
as I can see, you have worked a lot in this project. Good.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so just explain the code part for the front
Yes,
end
sir.
portion only.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Okay.
in the front end, in the main toe, I have used the browser router and socket provider. What this
Okay.
socket provider will do, uh, wait a minute, I have used the click the wrong file. The socket provider is the context API. So here it will make the connection we are using Memo. So I'm using Memo just because of the performance, making the performance better. So in the memo, I have used the like what happen if I am using the use effect. So it will again and again re-render the things. But we have use memo, the re-render don't happen. The use memo and the use callback in the PS. Like I will show you, I have used the use callback also. So here I have provided the the local host and the website and the polling. So this is the transporter which will transport the WebSocket and the polling. So that polling is like every second it has to be pulled. So in order to make the connection good, and the reconnection attempts are five. If we are trying again and again, if the connection is not happening, so max to max you can retry five, and after that this will automatically close the server. And after the providers, we have the screen. This is basic, just the JSX parts. So here I have used the callback here. This callback will also do the same thing. Like I have used the use effect before using the use callback. So what use effect was doing, it is re-rendering the structure again and again. So it makes the website load again and again. Therefore, I have used the use callback hook. This is easy. This is better because it is like a cache thing. It store the cache so that your website should not re-render. Therefore, I have used the use callback hook here. And just like the use effect, you have to provide the dependency array. So I have used the email, room, and the socket. Once the email has changed, so it will re-render again room and the socket. After that, it won't be re-rendering. And this is the function for handle join room. Once the person has entered his email and the room ID, then like I have shown you the button where we click the join button. So after clicking the join button, it will navigate to that dynamic ID. So in the app.jsx also I have used the dynamic route room. Then this is the route that can be anything. So based on this dynamic route, the page will be shown. Okay.
Okay, good.
And after below the lobby, this is the complete JSX of like basic JSX we have discussed in the class also. After that, we have the room.jsx. This room will do like it will make the connection of all the person and the remote person and also for the ICE candidates. So this is the code for the ICE candidate. If anything has done or his server is broke like something, so it will ICE the candidate. Nothing will be shown here. Only the last frame what is stored in the camera and no motion in that. So this is the ICE candidate, and this is the local stream, and this is the remote stream. This the remote stream is for the another person and local stream for the person. Like if you are also using my website, so uh, I if I differentiate me and you, So if I am on computer, I am talking about me. So this will be my local stream, and about you, this will be remote stream. And if talking about you, this will be the vice versa. And then when other users joins, this is making the problem like this is taking only two user. After then that like the this is not scaling, I have say. So the scalable problem I am facing here. Then this is the handle call user. What this will do, this will get the media and get media and call button I have shown you, the green text. So this is that. This will get the media and call the another person. If the person is present in the room, then he will also uh, get the user media with parameters video true and audio true. This is by default. So like if I make this audio first, then the audio will be false by default. So for now I have made both of the things true. And same for the peer tracks, like peer, I will show you the peer file also. Then handle incoming call. This is like this will be done automatically. No need to get the request. So this is done just because anyone can join the meeting simultaneously. No need to there should be no notification that someone has signed the notification, join the call, etc. etc. So
Okay,
like here socket.emit call accepted. When this socket will emit call accepted, like the user has entered the room ID, na, so the call will be accepted automatically. And this same call accepted I have used in the index.jsx in the backend. And then handle call accepted, it will set the status to connected. And if there is any error, so I have used try catch everywhere, so no website crash.
okay,
And after that I have to show you what peer.js, right? So this file I have not complete knowledge about that, but I have used some chat GPT for making this peer.js file. So this will be responsible for making the remote candidates and local description and everything. Okay, so this is the main
okay.
file where the remote connection will be established here. The local one will be running good. With this URL, the remote connection can also be established. So this is the peer.js file, and only this is the front end, and the backend I have already shown you.
Okay, okay. Great
Okay,
work, Vivek.
okay,
The project was good, and most importantly, the way you have presented it today was amazing. Okay,
okay.
so keep it up. And guys, I want to just tell you that have you noticed that how beautifully he has presented? So that's a way to present the project, a proper way where you are elaborating each and everything which is important as respective to the project. So please try to learn something from this presentation and try to implement it in the upcoming weeks when you are going to create something for your week in week 3, week 4, and upcoming weeks. Okay. So good work, Vivek. Now you can stop sharing your screen.
Thank you very
Uh,
much, sir.
okay. Now, who wants to continue after Vivek? Manali, have your issues been resolved? Hello, Manali, am I audible? There was also Sushmita who wants to continue with his project presentation. So, hello, Bhavigada, Sushmita, are you there? Hello, guys, am I audible? Okay, then, okay, okay. So, hello, Manali, Sushmita, are you there, guys? And Venkata Subramanyam. Okay, guys, this is not good that you are not responding. Please try to respond, okay? Because, yes, yes, Manali, is your issue being resolved now? Okay, no problem, Manali. I will ask the team about it, that why it is not working, okay? So don't worry about it. Okay, okay. Yes, Asini.
Sir, am I audible, sir?
Yes, yes, you are.
May I present it, sir?
Yes, yes, for sure.
Okay, sir.
Okay, all the
Let me
best.
share my screen, sir, first.
Oh, okay.
Is it visible, sir?
Yes, yes, it is.
Okay, sir. Let's start. Sir, actually, this is our finance management app, sir. I kept it very simple due to some academic crossovers. I have no
Okay, no
enough time
problem.
to add
Okay,
more functionalities in this
good.
application. So let me first, here I have added two attributes, sir, income and expenses. So whatever we choose, we can add that respectively. So I'm adding the income, approximately 10,000. Then we can see, and corresponding pie chart also we can see, sir.
Yes, good.
Next, we are testing for expense, sir. I will add 6,000. So we can see here expense of 6,000 and a respective pie chart. And
Good,
this is
good.
a sidebar which makes a React component. And
Okay,
at the same thing, I haven't added any functionalities as of now, sir.
okay, no problem.
So this is the
Oh,
application simple.
okay, good.
Okay, let's get into the code part, sir.
Yes.
So here are the components, React components. First one, chat dashboard, where we import the pie chart from the recharts. Then we have added the colors, and these are the hex codes corresponding to it. And the data here we store is values, and name keys is n- name.
Okay, good.
Then we now will go to nav, and here is a simple nav bar where we included our finance manager. Next, in sidebar, we can see the three attributes, dashboard, reports, and settings. Then when it comes to transaction form, here we will add two attributes, income and expenses, and the corresponding functionalities are set here. When we submit the add transaction, we can see the number, and it is also, actually we have used the database which is imported from the Firebase, sir. We can
Okay,
also go through that. Here is my Firebase database setup. We can see that we have added the 10,000 income here and 6,000 of expense.
okay,
Here the data gets stored.
good.
Then it comes to transaction list, and transaction list will keep track on how much expenses and income is stored,
Okay,
and it will be displayed in the list in the form of list.
okay, good.
So here we can see in our React application, here we can see that functionality
Okay,
where it is stored. Now here comes the dashboard. These are all the inputs of components. Firstly, we have imported our transaction from this components. Here these are. And
Yes.
we perform the operations with respect to income and filter out these, make sure that these are stored in these corresponding attributes.
Okay.
Here the transaction form here. Next app.js. The same thing, we have imported the components, and it's simple, sir. All the nav bar here, sidebar, and we can see the things in the application.
Okay.
Next, this is Firebase integration here.
Okay.
In
Okay.
this manner, I have connected this
Good.
to the cloud Firebase. And
Great
here
work.
we rendered the React application, and the DOM manipulations can be seen here. And when it comes to styling part, we've also used the tileman.
Okay.
And here comes the body part with smooth background, colors, and display.
Okay.
Applications in
Yes.
styling. That, thank you, sir.
Okay.
It's
Well
done.
done. Okay. Well done, Hasini. It was simple but yet effective. So that's good that you have tried to create it as your exam was also going on. So this is good.
Yes, sir.
That shows the commitment of yours towards the internship program. So great work. I will hope that you are going to create a lot of good projects in the upcoming week also. And also
Yes,
you have
sir.
presented it
Absolutely.
very good. Okay. Okay. So great work. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. So guys, like today I am actually getting that how good you can deliver the presentation. So this is good. Okay. Like also those students who have presented earlier give the good presentation, but this is today actually these guys are little more explaining about the code and are a bit confident. Okay. You can say that now they have joined for 10 to 12 days. So that's why they are familiar with the environment and also with you. So this is good. And I want everyone to present like this in the upcoming weeks. So please note that how you are going to do that. Okay. So now just give me, now is there someone who wants to present today? Okay. Yes. So over to you, Bhavigada Sushmita. No problem, Subramanian. Okay. So Bhavigada, just give me 2 to 3 minutes. Okay. Then we are going to start with your presentation. Till then, please let me just join another session for 2 minutes and then I'm coming back. Okay, now we can start with you. So just share your screen. Actually, I'm not able to hear you properly. Like your screen is visible, but your mic is actually also unmuted, but I'm not able to hear you. Yes, your voice is not coming to us. Uh, Guys, that please try to install Microsoft Teams app over there because you have to join the session on regular basis, okay? And if because here in sites what happened, then it will ask some access from you to give the permission to microphones or not. So I guess there was something you have not permitted. That's why we are not able to hear your voice. So there was a app Microsoft Teams. So please try to install that because you have to join the session till the end of this internship. So it will be good for you. Okay. So no problem. I can take the presentation from your end also after this session or at the end of this. We will try that is your voice coming or not. Okay. Okay. So guys, now let's start with our Node.js session. I have told you about the theoretical portion yesterday. Let me just share my screen. This was it. Yes, like in yesterday's session, those who were there till the last of the session, I have told them about what is Node.js, that it is an environment tool where you can run your JavaScript code as the language which you can use in your backend also. Okay. Means here the JavaScript you are using is not for the front end, but it is for the server side, means backend. So the same language you are able to use for your front end and backend also. So Node.js helps in that. Node.js is a free open source JavaScript runtime that runs on Windows, Mac, Linux, everywhere. It lets you execute JavaScript outside a web browser. Means it it lets you execute JavaScript to the backend outside the web browser, means to the backend portion, enabling server-side development with JavaScript. So we have already talked about this. Then we have seen that what is this V8 engine? This V8 engine is actually a, you can say, open source JavaScript engine which convert the JavaScript code to the machine understandable code. Okay, so that's why it makes Node.js a bit fast because it is with using this V8 engine, it actually converts the JavaScript code to the machine native code, means that it can be understandable directly by machine. So that makes it fast. And also, just a minute. Yes. Now, what are the ways that makes the Node.js fast? That it V8 engine provides us just-in-time compilation, hidden classes, efficient garbage collection, and inline caching. Okay. Then we have seen about the architecture of Node.js, like how Node.js work. Node.js uses a single thread event driven architecture. Okay, so this one is important thing that it use single thread event driven architecture. What is single thread event driven architecture? Means this is the architecture diagram. First of all, client request phase means client will going to send some request to the backend or Node.js server. Okay, so each request will be stored in this event queue. Suppose at the same times multiple requests you are sending to your system, so it will store all those requests in a event queue. Now from this event queue, one by one, each request will be processed. Now how we are going to pick one by one each request from this event queue. That will happen through this loop phase. So the event loop continuously check the event queue, picks up a request one by one in the loop and pass it for the processing. So are you able to see what happened right now? That you are going to put some query to the server side that will be stored in your event queue. Now this event queue have multiple requests. Then there is a term event loop. What this loop will do, it will check your event queue one and put take a query one by one and pass it for the processing phase. Now in this processing phase, what will happen? That simple task, like those requests which are simple, they will be handled immediately by the main thread. Okay. Otherwise, those complex tasks are offloaded to the thread pool. Means the task which will take some time are actually stored inside your callback queue, where it may be completed after some time, but those tasks which are quite easy, then that can be handled immediately. So this make Node.js architecture a single threaded event driven architecture. Now what happens in the response phase? When blocking task complete, so you have stored the blocking task over here. So when this blocking task complete, their callbacks are placed in callback queue. Means there is a place known as callback queue. When the task get completed, it will be send it to this callback queue. Okay. And event loop again check this callback queue for the processing, like it for the processing of the response. So this is how this flow will work. Like what is happening? As a user, you are sending something to the server side. Server in server side, what will happen? It will be the request will be stored in an event queue. Then a event loop will come and pick a request at a time and pass it for the processing phase. In processing phase, that request will be checked that is it a easy task or is it a complex task. If the task is easy, the output will be given immediately. Otherwise, what will happen? It will uh, it will block the action and pass it to the callback queue where it get complete first and then will get to the response phase. So that's how this Node.js will work. Okay, so today we are going to see about Node.js. Also, I have tell you about this that what is asynchronous programming. I am recapping this because only 5 students were there, so that's why I want that everyone can get that whatever we are doing at the end of that session. So that's why please try to be there in the session at the last of it. Okay. Now there comes asynchronous programming. Asynchronous programming operation let your program do other works while waiting for tasks like input, output, or network request. So for understanding asynchronous programming, let me provide you an example. Suppose you are washing your clothes in a washing machine and at the same time you want to see what happened. You have put your clothes inside the machine and you have set a timer for 30 minutes. Now, in that 30 minutes, while the machine is doing its work, what you can do, you can go to your kitchen and if you want to simultaneously cook the food, then you can chop the vegetable in that 30 minutes. So what is happening over here, that you are performing two tasks. One is happening parallelly, like machine is doing its work, and at the same time for that 30 minutes you are in the kitchen chopping the vegetable and cooking your food. So in the same if suppose a person is going to do it another way, like a synchronous way, what it can, how it can be done through synchronous way, that for 30 minutes the person is standing with the machine and after the 30 minutes when the beamer gets on, so then he will go to kitchen and then cook the food. So are you able to see the difference in both the example, that in asynchronous programming when the person is doing the work simultaneously, in the same time they can perform two operation, but if you are doing it synchronously, then in the same time then in the double time it will take for doing the same work. Okay, so that's why asynchronous programming is better as compared to synchronous programming. So there is the difference written over here. Just read them and then I'm going to explain you about it, that what is written over here. Okay, so just have a read over this portion, like what is synchronous and what is asynchronous, so that it can be clear to you also. Okay, so I guess you have read it like what is synchronous and what is asynchronous. Blocks execution until complete means that if you are processing some code and if there is a suppose if there is a read file example, then the command will not pass to the code which is below until and unless you have read the file properly. Okay, so this is the way of synchronous programming, that it can be done in sequence. Then simple to understand, can cause delays and use function like read file synchronously. Okay, so simple to understand, like as a user you can actually see that how the execution is going to take place. Suppose if the code is declared in this line, then you will know that first this line will get executed, after that this line will get executed, then the command will go to the third line. So this is how it will work. Then there comes that it can cause delay. Why it can cause delay? Because suppose at the first line there was a task which is complex task. Okay, so what will happen in this uh, what happened, guys? Are you facing any issue? Okay, okay, okay. Yes. So I was saying that it can cause delay. Why it can cause delay? Suppose at the first line, if there is something which is taking some time, for example, it is like reading a file. So until and unless that file can be read it completely, till then the cursor will not move to your second line, or the command will not go to your second line over there. So that's why it is, they are saying that it can take some time. Then there is a function read file sync. This sync means synchronously, means read the file synchronously. Then there is on the other hand asynchronous function, non-blocking execution, means if something is taking some time, you can do it parallelly, and you can pass the command to the code which is below after that. Okay, then better performance, as in the same time you can see from the example of washing machine and uh, chopping the vegetables, that in the 30 minutes you can do both the works. So that's why the performance is better, because in less time you are performing more work. More complex to handle. Now, why it is more complex to handle? Suppose as a user, if you want to know that what will be the output of a particular asynchronous code, then it will be difficult for you to detect that, because you don't know the size of a particular file, that which file is going to, suppose if I am reading three files and all the three files are, I am reading asynchronously, then what will happen? The file which will be read first, it will provide me the output first. Okay, so I don't have any idea about it, that among the three files, which one is actually less, having less content in it. Okay, and can be read first. So that's why it is more complex to handle. Then it use callbacks, promises, and async await. Then we have seen this example, like what this example is going to do. Const fs, this require fs. This is a new way to import something. This is common JS module where you use a require function to actually import a library. This fs is actually a file system module which you are going to use for your file related operation, like reading a file, writing a file, appending some content to it. Okay, joining something and other things. We are going to see this properly in the upcoming section, which is core module. Okay, so right now I'm just giving you the basic idea about it. Now let's start with our module basics. Okay, so is it clear to everyone right now that what we are doing? Like what is asynchronous programming, what is synchronous programming, what is Node.js, and I guess you have installed it at your end. Okay, good. Okay, that's great. Because it is a theoretical portion, and also I have covered it in the last session. So that's why I am just recapping it. Okay. Now I guess that you have the fair idea about it, that what we are doing. Now let's start with this Node.js module. We are talking module from a lot of time. Now let's see what is it. So module are the building blocks of Node.js application, allowing you to organize code into logical, reusable components. See, this line means that module is actually a file where you are going to write some code. Okay, and whenever you want to use that particular bit of code, you are just going to import that module into your code. Okay, so here in this module, two things you have to remember: that first you have to import something, and to use it into another file you have to export also. Okay, so it is basically based on importing and exporting. Now there comes two module system also, like one is CommonJS and other one is ES module system. How they are different? They are different in the syntax, they are different in how they are going to import something and export something. I'm going to tell you about this when we will reach to that section. Okay, now see, organize code into a manageable file. Suppose you know that you have to repeat a code multiple times, then you have created a code over there in a file, and you are just importing it anytime you want to use that particular bit of code. So that's why it is organized code. Encapsulate functionalities means if there is a function which you are using in that particular file, you can use it another file also. So that's how you are encapsulating that functionalities over there in one file, which can be hidden from others also. Now, preventing global namespace pollution and improving code maintainability and reusability means if there is a code written in one file, and that file you are using whenever you want to use that bit of portion, so it enhance the usability and maintainability of code. Suppose if you want to update something in that particular code, what you are going to do, you will go to that one particular file, change something over there, and whenever you want to use it, you can import it. So that's why it is good. Now here you can see there is one note, like Node.js supports two module system. First is CommonJS, which is the traditional way of importing something and using your module system. Then there is ES module, which is ECMAScript module, and we use them in the current versions. Okay, so then they are saying there are some built-in modules over there. First one is file system. Whenever you want to use your file system operations, like reading a file, writing a file, appending some content to it, renaming the file, deleting the files, then you have to import this library, because this library or module have all the code for your built-in functions. Then there is HTTP. HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. What this module will do, this module will help you to just create your own server at a particular port number on which you can host your site. Okay, then there is path, that you are going to see that how you can join a path, how you are going to parse a particular path and different function. Then there is OS module, which is operating system module. It tells you about the CPU architecture of your system, like the RAM, the free storage, and different functionalities over there. Then there is events. We are going to see about it: util, stream, crypto, URL, universe resource locator, query string. This URL, we are going to see this in detail in this URL module section. You can see over here in this core module, like URL is there. Then we are going to discuss them in detail. Right now, they are just built-in modules which you have to learn. So we are going to learn HTTP module, file system module, path module, and URL module, and bit of OS module, because it is quite simple. You have to just call the library with the function name and it can be done accordingly. Okay, so see this example. This is one example we are going to also execute in VS Code. So let me first tell you that what it is doing, and then we are going to run it on VS Code. Here you are using CommonJS module. How I am saying it, that is it is a CommonJS module because the require function we are using for importing a particular module, which is HTTP. So whenever you are going to see this require, then make sure that it is a CommonJS module. Okay, after this, why actually you are importing this HTTP module over here, so that you can create your own server, because this create server is a built-in function in your module HTTP. Like in HTTP module, this create server code is written over there. Okay, and you are just using it while importing it into your code. So this is how it make it reusable, maintainable, and also fast to access. Now see what will happen. They are using two things over there. First is request and other is response. Okay, so you are sending a request as a client and the response will come to you from the server. Now response dot write head, this 200 is actually a status code, will tell you that everything is correct with your request phase. Then you are defining the content type, like what type of content you are requesting and what you will get as a response. So it is a text or HTML type, then provide me hello world as the response. Okay, and now you can see here dot listen 8080. Now, what is the purpose of this dot listen 8080? This is important. Like you are creating a server, but this server is going to listen you at a particular port. So this 8080 is your port number through which you can access your site. Okay, and this listen is function at which will let you create a particular port on which you can see your website output. So we are going to just see this. Let me just copy this. Before that, let me open my VS Code also. Okay. Please everyone simultaneously open their VS Code. Create a new folder. Like I am going to create a new folder over here. So we are going to start with Node.js. Okay. And I am going to select this folder over here. Selected it. Now do one thing. This folder is created at your end. Create a file having name index.js, app.js, whatever you want, you can assign. Okay. So I am going to name it like index.js. Do this, paste the code over here. This is the code. Now there is a mistake in this code. Like what is the mistake? Because I am using create server, but I am not importing the file or module, which is having the code for it. So for that, how I am going to import? I am going to import it like a common JS module. So for that, we are going to import it like this, like const http. There it is, const http. And after that, this require function over there so that you can import it. Then HTTP, the module name. Okay. Now let's see that are we getting the output, or one thing you can also do that instead of this 8080, whatever port number you want to give, you can give it. Like I am giving it 9899. Okay. So I am going to execute it. For executing it, I am going to do node space index.js. Now you will see something like this will happen, that your terminal is halted. Why? Because you are actually getting the response on the web browser at a particular port. So for this, we have to open our Chrome. We have to type here localhost colon, and what was the port number? It was 9899. So when I'm going to press enter over here, are you able to see that I am getting the response hello world? Okay. Suppose if I want to change the response like hello, we are learning Node.js. Okay, so when I'm going to refresh my site, just a minute, I have to actually start the server again. So that, just a minute. Okay, now let's see. Yes, hello, we are learning Node.js. So you have to, if you are changing something, then you have to restart the server in Node.js. So for actually solve this problem, there is one thing which is nodemon. So if you are going to install nodemon at your end, then it will help you to make changes directly, and it can be shown over there in your website directly. So you can use that nodemon at your end. Like see, if I'm going to do it through nodemon space index.js. Nodemon is actually we can use for changing the content directly to our code, and it can be rendered to my website directly. So let me just show you first, then we will try to install it at your end also. Okay, because I have globally installed it. So you can see here right now the code is working properly. Hello, we are learning Node.js. But suppose I am going to change something in this code, JS and bracket changed it, suppose. So when I was doing it through Node, then the things which I have added after the server was started, it was not reflected directly to my code. But now if I go to my site and refresh it, then are you able to see that it is showing the change, whatever we have made in our code. So that's why nodemon is important. So that if you want to check something while creating your project, you can directly don't start the server again and again. Just go to the website and check that output over there. Okay. Now for installing it, you can directly use the command npm install and then the nodemon. Or you can use npm install -g, means install it globally, and then the name nodemon. Okay. So just do that at your end. Then you can use the nodemon over there. You can see for me it is saying telling that change 29 package in 3 seconds, or you can get it accordingly. Okay. So just try to execute this bit of code, change the port number accordingly. This is the code. Okay, good Vivek. What about others? Okay, good Hasini. That's good. Okay, so I guess it is pretty simple and also you have understand it. Okay, so just please try to execute it. I have provided the code in the chat box. From here, you can copy it, change the port number, change the consent content inside the code, and then try once more. Okay, and if someone is facing problem while executing the code or while just installing nodemon, then they can share the screenshot of their errors. Okay, then so that I can resolve it. Okay, so everyone able to execute this code, or if someone is facing any issue, then let me know. Ashwani, have you done it? Aditya Mishra. Hello, Aditya Mishra. Are you new to the session? Hello, Aditya Mishra. Are you there? Okay, so now let's move further and see what is next over there. So now we are going to see that how we can export different files over there, okay, and import it in another file. So for that, let's illustrate this example first, which is given to us. In Node.js, any file with .js extension is a module, okay. You can export functionality from a module in several ways. Means, suppose if there is something having an extension .js, that means you can export that file, okay. So everything which is there with .js extension, that file is actually a module, so that you can import or export that particular module accordingly. Okay. Now exporting multiple items. See, as the name is suggesting, that here we are going to see something like exporting multiple items from our code. Add properties to the export object for multiple exports. Okay, so let's see the code first. First of all, a simple function is declared having name get current date. Okay, this is the arrow function, and what it is doing, it is assigning new date in the string ISO string format. Okay, so when user will call this function, what will happen? The date will get printed at your terminal. Okay, I guess it is clear. Simple. Now the other function is format currency. Okay, what this format currency is doing, that it is taking some amount and taking currency in US dollars. Okay, so what will happen, that it will change the style of this USD to dollar accordingly. Okay, so this is happening in this function. Basically, there are two functions. First one is providing you a date, and second one is actually providing you the dollar format amount. Okay, then what you can do, you can actually export both these function from your file so that you can use it in another file. So how they are exporting it? They are using export dot get current date and then the value of this function. You are calling your function, you can say. Okay, then export dot format currency, and export format currency. So this is how they are exporting it. So this is done in your utils.js. So what I'm going to do in my VS Code, I will create a file having name utils.js. Okay, I have created it. I will copy this bit of code over there. Okay, and try to paste it over here. Utils.js created. After that, there is another file which is logger.js. Okay, logger.js. Here, what they are doing, they are creating a class, and this class will initialize a name, whatever you are going to create as an instance through your new keyword. Okay, means the constructor will pass the name to it and it will assign to your this.name object. Then there is a message log message, this.name, and then the message, whatever the this.name will be and whatever the message will be, like message like connected to the database and the server's title localhost colon 3000, whatever message is there. And if there is any error while doing this performance, then it can print us the error message also. So here how they are exporting it, they are exporting it like module.exports and then providing the name of this particular class which they have to export. Now see, there is a difference between both of them. Like export.get currency they are using, and then they are using module.export. So they are just showing you that how you are going to export different things. Okay. So you can use any syntax based on your ES module or CommonJS module. So this is how they have exported two files over there. Now, what will happen? In here, let me just create logger.js also. So this is my logger.js. Let me also paste the code over here. For this logger.js file, you have also exported it. Now you have exported two files. Now in my index.js, I am going to write the code where I am going to import both the files. Okay. So let's see. First, using your modules, import and use your custom modules using require. Means requirements that we are going to use CommonJS. Okay. So here you are importing HTTP module, you are importing path module. HTTP module to create your server at a particular port number, and then the path module so that it can fetch the files from that particular path where you are declaring them. Okay. So see, const get current date and format currency means pick these functions from the file which is in the same folder. This dot slash means in the same folder, search for the files utils. See here in VS Code, suppose if I am in index.js, then how can I tell my this file that where is my utils.js? So I can say that in the same folder, check this utils.js, and there were these two things which you have exported, get current date and format currency. So just try to. Okay, wait, sir, I have to leave the meeting because of network issue. Okay, no problem, Harsh. Just a second. Yes. So what you are doing over here, that you are just providing the path of your file, that from this file, import these two functionalities, get current date and format currency. Then here what you are doing, here you are saying that from logger.js, which is in the same folder, just you can see import that particular file. Okay. Now you are creating an instance of your logger file with the name app. So now here what you are doing, creating a server which will listen to you at a particular port, whatever port we are providing, like 3000 is the port we are providing it right now. So what will happen? First of all, I will get logger.log request received for request.url. Whatever with the requested URL, we will get that URL from logger.log function. Okay, this logger is coming from this file. This is your file where you are going to use that message for the message printing purpose, console.log. Okay, now see what will happen. Response.writehead means okay status, response is request is correct, you will get the response accordingly. Then content type will be HTML or text type. Welcome to our app, you will get it. Then see here current date, and you are calling a function current date. But how this function is coming? It is coming because you are importing it from utils.js, where you have mentioned the functionality for this function. So that's why you are able to use it inside your third file, which is app.js. Okay. So this is how you can do that. So let's try to execute it. Then it will be more clear. Okay. So just a second. Okay. Now what I'm going to do in my index.js, simply pasting this code. Okay. So what will happen? First, it will search for logger.js, then it search for your utils.js. If both the files were there, then it will search for the function which they are calling, like get current date is there, format currency is there, and provide us output accordingly. So let me just start the server. So I'm going to start it with node space index.js or node space index.js. It's up to you that how you want to start it. Okay, so are you able to see I'm getting output like this? App servers running at HTTP localhost 300, matlab 3000. Okay, because here they have provided the port number as 3000. Now let's see the output over there in localhost colon 3000. So let me just change the port number. Okay, so welcome to our app is coming, current date is coming, and amount in dollar, USD dollar is also coming. Okay, so this is how you can use it. Okay, no problem, Harsh. Okay, so is it clear, guys? Let me just paste the code one by one for each and every file. Then let me know if you are facing any problem while executing it. This is your index.js or app.js. This is logger.js. Make sure that the file name which you are using must be there when you are importing them. Okay. Suppose if you have changed the file name to something else, but while importing it, you are giving the utils.js from the copied code. So that will throw you an error that nothing will found. Okay. So please maintain that accordingly and let me check the output for each and every one of you. So please try to execute it. You have 2 to 3 minutes for this. If someone is facing any issue, then they can let me know. Okay. I'm telling this again and again because I know that someone of you might be facing some issue. Okay. Let me check. Okay. Sir, output is not showing. So let me check why output is not coming at your end. Uh, actually, in your index dot, like see in this file, index.js, the code is not written for the exported files. Okay, okay. Like for what output you are asking, Manali? For the previous ones, you have to go to localhost colon. Uh, Manali, you have to go to your web browser like this, and then you have to give like this localhost colon and then the port number. Then you will be able to see the output at your end for that code which you have shared to me. Okay, great, Hasini. Good, Vivek. So, Manali, just let me know that are you getting it or not? It. Okay, good. That's good. Now you are getting it. Okay, okay. What about others? Manali, Vivek, and Hasini? Only these three students are sharing the screenshots. What about others? Wait, let me check where is previous output. Okay, you are not actually getting the current output. So have you saved the files? Please try to save again the files, restart the system. Oh, sorry, restart the server. Yes, Vishal, let me know that what error are you facing. Manali, just you can do check two, three things. Like first of all, check all the files, save all the files, start the server again at your end, and then let me know about it. Okay. Otherwise, I will see your screen and then tell you the about it. Okay. And what about you, Vishal? What error are you facing? Okay, good. So Vishal, just create a separate file for logger.js. See what is happening right now, I guess that you have pasted the logger.js code in your utils.js or index.js wherever you want. But actually it is searching for logger.js in the main file where you are giving the path for index logger.js. That's why I guess you are facing the error. So just create all the separate files. Okay, and let me know once you have done it. Otherwise, if you will still same face some problem, then just share your screen and I will try to see that. Okay, just a second. What is happening? Like logger has already been declared. Logger.js. Vishal, do one thing, just share your screen, okay? Just share your screen and let me go through your logger.js file content first. Okay. Uh, yes, this is your in yes index.js. In index.js, you are calling your logger.js. Okay. Then creating the instance for it. Okay. And everything is correct, I guess. Now go to your logger.js. Paste the code for your logger.js in logger.js. Just go to your utils.js. There you have pasted that logger.js code. So from your utils.js, you can copy that and remove it from there. Okay, okay. Okay, others are getting the output. This is good that he is actually asking about his doubt, that whatever he is getting, and also Manali has asked about her doubt. So that's great. That's great that you are asking your doubts. Now it is good. So just Vishal, check it at your end and let me know. Bhavik, Sushmita, have you tried it at your end? Ashwini, Shraddha Shinde, are you there in the session? Yes, just a second. I am sharing it. Yes, Vishal, just a minute. Okay, let me just paste the code over here. See, this is your utils.js code, which I have shared just now. And this is your logger.js code. Okay, now Vishal, you can share it. Yes, I can see logger.js is there. Go to your utils.js. Yes, utils.js. Okay, try to execute it. Okay, here export. Exports get. Just a second. Okay, you are getting logger has already been declared. Means it is saying that it is finding logger somewhere else in your program. So just scroll your utils.js. Okay, now there is nothing. So you can do one thing, that change the name of your class. From logger, you can change any other name over there. Yes, here change the name, and also in util.js change the name for that particular file. Next.js update utils and next is there. Identifier has been already declared. Actually, it is saying that your class is finding. Okay, so you can do one thing, that create a new folder again, because for logger it is saying that the app is already, instance is already created for you. So just try to create a new folder, paste all the code over there. Okay. Okay. So you can do it at your end also. Okay. And let me know if still that problem will not be resolved. Then we will try. Okay. Good, Vishal. Now we are going to see Node ES module. This ES means ECMAScript. Okay, ES module is official standard format for packaging JavaScript code for reuse. Okay, it was introduced in 2015. Prior to ES modules, Node.js exclusively used the common JS module format. Means you can also use common JS module, but ES module is what preferred more at the current time. But we are going to continue with our common JS. No worry in that, because both of them work properly. Okay, so just you have to know the difference about it, that what is the difference for it. So like first of all, see what is the difference between common JS and ES module. Like file extension, if there is .js, then it means that it is a common JS module, and if that is .mjs, then it is ES module. But it is not necessary that .js will be always a common JS module. Sometimes it is also a ES module. So this is not a actually good point to differentiate between them. You can differentiate between them with their import syntax and export syntax. Like in common JS module, if you want to import something, you are going to use require function. But in ES module, if you want to import something, you are going to use this import keyword. So this is the first difference which you have to remember. Like in common JS, require function is there. In ES module, import function is there. Okay. Then export syntax. For common JS module, you are going to export it like this, module dot exports. Like here, when I am, they are exporting this, you can say get current date and other function, then they were using this functionality over there, export dot current date and etc. Okay, so just a minute. Okay, good, Vishal. Okay, good. Okay, so now see, this is same thing here we are doing in common JS module, like exporting it like module dot export, and in ES module we were exporting it like export default. Okay, so all of you have executed the code for React part. There are you able to see that we were importing using ES module, like import React from React. And when I was exporting some component over there, I was using export default and then the component name. Okay, so sorry. Yes. So that was the difference over there. Okay. Now this is a common JS module where you are going to define your function. And if you want to export it, you are going to export it like this, module dot export. But same thing if you are going to do in ES module, then you have to export it like export it with the function name directly, export this function. So that proper function will be exported at one time where it is declared. Okay. And to import it, you can use import the function name from the path from where you want to import it. I guess now it is clear that how you are going to do that. Okay, then let's come to this npm node package manager. Like see, in Android, in your mobiles and in your laptop, if you want to install something, then what you can do, you can just go to the Play Store, open that particular app and install it at your end. But in Node.js, if you want to install some dependencies, then for that we use this node package manager. Node package manager for Node.js package or module. Okay, so it is by default installed when you install your Node.js. Okay. So what is a package? First of all, let us understand about it. Then we are going to see that how we can install some package using npm command. A package in Node.js contains all the file you need for a module. Modules are JavaScript libraries you can include in your project. Now, how to download a package? If you are using this npm install and then the dependency name which you want to install, it can start installing at your end. So that's how we can do this. Now, suppose this is the example. Okay, we are going to see it, we are going to execute it. So let me just tell you first what is happening over here. First of all, what you are doing, you are importing your HTTP module. Why you are importing it? Because you have to create a particular server on which you can see the output for this particular file. Now require uppercase. Uppercase is a library through which you can convert your lowercase text to the uppercase. Okay, so you are importing it. For importing it, it must be installed or it must be there in your package.json. I will let you know that what is package.json, but right now just see that this you are importing it. Okay, now creating a server, giving a response and writing in response like convert uc.uppercase means convert the string which I am providing into uppercase. Here, hello world. Instead, except H and W, all letters are there in small letters. So we are going to convert it to the capital letters with this uppercase function over there. Okay, so let's try to see this code first in our VS Code and then try to see that how it is working. So go to your index.js, change all the code written over here. Wait. Yes, this is the code now. Now what I have to do? I have to end the server. Here I am using, I have to do one thing. To use my library uppercase, I have to install it. So for installing it, we are going to use npm install and then the name of your library, which is uppercase. Okay. So let's do that. It Wait a second. Okay, my spell this was incorrect. npm install and then uppercase. Uppercase must contain hyphen between them. Okay, so make sure that you are giving it in the right format. Then it will be start installing it at your end. Okay, then just execute the command, which is node space index.js. When you are going to start it, it will start a server at localhost colon 8080. So just go to your web browser, change it to 8080, I guess. Okay, let's see the output now. Are you able to see this hello world is in capital letters, but the hello world we were passing over here was not each letter in capital. So this is how we are doing it. Okay. So I am sharing the code with you. Try to execute it with at your end. Okay, good Vivek. Good Vivek. Okay, so please try it at your end. Then I am just wrapping the session in 5 minutes. Okay, I will let you know about this packet.json first. Then this core module we are going to start from tomorrow session. So packet.json is a file in your project which can be initialized by you. Okay. And it has all the details regarding your project. Like package.json is a special file that describes your Node.js project. It contains information about your app, such as its name, version, dependency, what are the type of script you are using, and different things. Okay. So to initialize it, first you have to use the command. Like see, here packet.json is not there. Now if I want to add packet.json over there, then I can use npm init and npm init -y. npm init is actually a command through which you can initialize packet.json at your end. This command will ask you a series of questions about your project. So for a quick setup, you can use the command npm init -y. So just install, use the command npm init -y. Then you will see that a new file is added at your end, which is this packet.json. Now, if you are going to enter this packet.json, are you able to see the different section over there? First of all, it has the name of your project, which is Node.js, then the version, the main file in which you are executing your code, a script over there, the keywords license. And if I install something over here, like suppose if I am install npm install express, then you can see it will change and a dependency will be added to it. Let's see. Okay, are you able to see this dependency with the version? Like you have installed Express with this version over here. They are telling me that this caret symbols implies that you are inside the updated version, and in the current version you are using 5.1.0. Okay, so this is how you can do that. Okay, good, Vishal. So just try to execute this command over there at your end, npm init -y, so that it can initialize a packet.json at your end. Packet.json has all the information regarding your project, the dependency with their version. Okay, whatever you are going to install in your project, it will let you know about that. So this is the project, you can say packet.json work. You can say here, see here, different sections are there like keywords, dependencies express with the version, mongoose with the version, lodash with that particular version. So this is quite simple. Now from tomorrow's session, we are going to deep dive into HTTP module. We are going to see that how to create a server, how we can perform different tasks over there with the HTTP library. So I guess it is clear to everyone that everyone has installed this packet.json at their end or not. Just let me know about this. Then we are good to just wrap this session. Okay, good, Manali. Okay, great, guys. Good, Vishal. This is good that few students are responding throughout the session. So that is good. Okay, good, Vivek. Okay, great, guys. So this is good. So guys, if there is no doubt, then we are good to just wrap this session. Okay. So thank you so much for joining, and please be on time on tomorrow's session also, because we are going to start with the core module section. That is important. Okay. Thank you, Vishal. Thank you, everyone. Okay. Sushmita, Jayabrata, guys, you can also leave the session. Thank you, Manali.